Hello, everyone. Welcome to Keith and Glory.
We're Not Sorry, your new favorite podcast where two lifelong best friends bring you lighthearted banter on all things pop culture, fashion, music, and everything in between. With 30 years of friendship under our belts, we're diving into hot topics, real-life stories, and playful debates. And we want to bring you along for the ride. Hi, everybody. Welcome back.
Welcome back. Hey, Keith. How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing good. I wish I could say I was well rested from my vacation last week, but I'm not. It was a great week, but sorry that we missed a week. But I was on a ship on a cruise with really bad internet, so it was not going to happen.
And I mean, it's a vacation.
And it's a vacation. Yeah. So we purposely skipped a week.
So tell me.
Okay, our cruise news.
We're gonna news.
All about the cruise news. So if you guys didn't listen to episode 11, we took my eldest stepson on a senior cruise. So there was 36 or 37 like senior rooms rented out on the boat, which means like times that by 4. So it was like half the boat was seniors, and each boat needs a parent chaperone because they're only 18. So Eric was chaperoning a boat. He's like, if I have to go do this, you're coming. So we rented a room. I rented the owner's suite on the other side of the boat. I was like, you guys can stay on one side of the boat. I'll be doing my thing on the other side. And anyway, but because we switched rooms with another kid, I was tagged to this poor kid, Jason. So I had to go in to the check-in with this 18-year-old kid in the honeymoon owner's suite. This poor kid had like suffered through it. All my emails were like, Glory and Jason, welcome to we can't wait to have you on board. And like all the things in your room with Glory and Jason. It was hilarious.
Was it the school that organized it? And that's why the check-in?
Like a group of friends. It was a group of friends. Yeah. But every room has to be tied to an adult, basically. Yeah, so this is what they all do. And then you just switch keys when you get on the board. And like, I didn't see Jason after. Well, I did, but not as much. He had to do the safety briefing with me.
I hope Jason's parents are watching. You mean you were watching Jason diligently? And
I mean, no, the nice thing about a cruise, Keith, is if you have kids, they're all contained on the boat. So they can't get in too much trouble. Like originally they asked me in Mexico, and I was like, you're 18. There's no way you're going to Mexico for your senior cruise. Like, call me when you're 21, if that even. But yeah, so the cruise is like, anyway, it was a great week. We went with 3 other couples. They had mixed kids, mixed ages. So it's just like something for everybody. Like the littles had something to do. The seniors were obviously preoccupied. The teens, like, they all hung out. And then the adults, like, I didn't see my kid for 6 hours one day.
Yeah.
Running around the boat, and the adults are entertained. It was hilarious. It was a great week.
And so I've never been on a cruise. The only thing that deters me is because like I feel like these people that go on these Mediterranean cruises and it drops you off in Italy, and then like, but you have to be back by 7. And like my mom or dad are listening, they know I'm not good at curfews. So like I feel like
but the boat is fun, so you kind of want to get back on the boat after. Like you do your little sightsee, and you do, you kind of have an excursion, and then I'm kind of ready to get back on the boat. So you think you're going to think that, but you actually want to get back.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise, like I said. So tell me about it. Like, make me want to go on.
Yeah, so we had 2 stops. We stopped in Haiti and the Bahamas. First was the Bahamas. We swam with the piggies. They were so cute, Keith. They were clean. They didn't poop in the water. You got off the boat.
Where are they pooping?
In their they have a little like farm cage.
Yeah, little piggy
piggies on the beach. But other than that, they were really cute. They go swimming in the ocean. Little baby piggies
all over the ocean. I'm sure that
they didn't. It was not gross at all. It was actually a really good excursion. The kids loved it. We loved it. I held a little baby, like 1-month-old pig. It was really cute. It was a really good.
I mean, baby pigs are the cutest, but they make the not cutest sounds.
They were really cute. The only draw that I said to the guy that owned this like stretch of land, I guess he was like came from he inherited some money, so he had like 2 acres of like beautiful beach property, and he does these pigs. And I'm like, where is the cervezas? Like, we're all on vacation. It was day 1 of vacation, and he had no drinks on the island. And I was like,
you brought
$30 for a drink right now. What's that?
You didn't bring a roadie?
No, you're getting off the cruise. It was in the morning. I don't know. You just feel like you're going to places where they would.
Yeah, like everywhere's going to be serving one.
Yeah, you're in the hot sun on vacation. You kind of want a
Well,
cocktail.
boo the Bahamas for no breakfast drinks on a deserted island.
Anyway, pigs were cute. And then we did Haiti, which was also really cute. We have rented a cabana. It was just a chill day. It was cool. It was nice. It was nice just to sit in the sun and
Love that.
get a good day. We found like this sea slug. It was like called a sea cucumber, and Ella put Eric was sleeping, put it on air, and he woke up. It was like a
Oh my
giant, like
God.
like a
Of
like a
course she loves that.
oh, it was Nicole. Our friend Nicole was carrying it around the beach. I mean, it was interesting.
Ugh.
Anyway, yeah. So that went to Haiti. But some of the things that we'd like to do on the cruise, like, have you ever been to a silent disco?
Yes.
Oh my God, it was so fun. It
So
was so fun.
did they
So a
have different
silent
color
disco.
headphones and
Yeah.
different people listening to different music?
Well, it was so same color headphones, but there's two different channels. So you can go
Okay,
to
okay.
whatever channel you want, and
Yeah.
whatever channel you're on is what color your like ears like light up. Where have you been to one?
We have them at our school.
Oh, you do? Okay. Well, I'd never been to one. And I was
And
like,
walk
okay, this is great.
and we
What's that?
used to Walkman karaoke in when I was in school, which is kinda the same thing.
Oh.
You just listen to it and sing, and everybody just like
Oh, okay. Well, I had never been to one of these. And it was all a bunch of adults who were like kind of jamming out. And then you like take your earphones off and it's totally quiet.
nothing.
Yeah, it's so
But
weird.
everyone's like rocking out and like
It was
yeah.
really cool. Love that. We obviously did like karaoke night every night. So like you had there was a couple really, really good singers. And they like kind of save it for last and they come up and just like
Yeah,
blow
blow
the
the
house.
show away.
Yeah.
What were your karaoke songs?
I didn't do any. I tried to.
Really?
Yeah, my friend Mike and I were gonna do Dr. Dre and Snoop, one of them, but we didn't get up on stage. They ran out of
Oh.
space.
So I was at a karaoke bar downtown Calgary doing my thing, and I don't know what I was doing, but these people were in town because I guess they were doing auditions for Big Brother Canada,
Oh,
and they would not leave me alone. They were like, "You need to come down." I was like, "Come down tomorrow morning at like the big
like after your song?
after my song," and they're like, "How do you feel about showmances?" And like, we're asking me all these things. I was like, "Oh my God." I was like, "I have too much of a sordid past to go on television." I'm just kidding. But it was really funny. I didn't go the next day because um I would not want to be on Big Brother and like
Why?
living in
It's
a
not
house
a
with
fun show,
people and
no?
like sharing a bathroom with all those people and like
Mhm.
never. And like, yeah, I would never do that.
I wish you did. I would love to be able to rewatch some of those eppies.
Oh God. No, thank you. And so after the karaoke bar, you guys had a thing you would go to.
Yeah, like I mean, after the karaoke bar, we'd go up to like this dance bar, and yeah, like I'm telling you, every night was like it was fun for the adults. The kids were
Yeah.
wild, running around the ship, in the elevators, like causing a scene.
Okay, well,
Didn't
maybe
care.
I'll do like a cruise 50th. We haven't decided where we're gonna go
I
yet
mean, I
for
think it's a good vacation if you have kids. Like, I don't know that I just do all adults. Like, I think if I was going to do all adults, I'd do like maybe a Mediterranean cruise or like, have you ever heard of those river cruises? They kind of
yeah,
look
yeah.
cool. As you know, we're going on Eric's 50th. We're renting catamarans. There's six boats. We're going to do the Greek Isles. Like,
That's
that is a fun
amazing.
vacation for adults because you are like off the grid. It's such a fun trip.
Yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to that. That's in September. Anyway, it was a good week.
Fun.
Good crew. We had three other couples with us, and it was fun. It
Yeah.
was great. But I wish I went there thinking I was going to recharge my batteries, and I came home feeling like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm exhausted and need a couple days.
Have you ever been on a vacation and recharged your batteries? Like,
Not not like I
no.
intend to. No,
I don't think that's how we vacation.
no, I'm not
We
the
like
girl
to
that
have a
leaves her
good
book
time.
on the side. I
Yeah.
know. I wish I was. I wish I was. Anyway, so what are we getting into today, Keith? What are
Well,
you not
first,
sorry for
what
this
we're not sorry about. So mine, I mean, I don't want to make it controversial, not to me to shy away from controversy, but I'm a very progressive white gay man,
week?
and I am not sorry about I don't like gender neutral washrooms where it's men, women, non binary, everything, all in one bathroom. I much prefer the individual stalls. And I'll
Right.
tell you why. I was at this place and they have like this we were upstairs on the patio and they have one main bathroom on the upstairs. So
Mhm.
one for everyone. So I'm talking like there's stalls, there's urinals, there's sinks, men, women,
The
everybody in
urinals are
between.
in like a stall?
No,
Oh.
no. So, which brings me to my story. And I mean, like, I'm pee shy, like, on a good day, like even in front of my partners, even like, even when I'm in a lake, I can't pee in my shorts. Like I have to pull it out because I can't feel like peeing my pants. Like it's weird.
You do not in a
I do. I can't pee my pants. I just can't pee. So anyway, so I go up to this bathroom and there's already like, I don't know, a table of women that all went in there. Women love to go to the bathroom together. So
Yeah.
there's like 5 or 6 and I walk in and they're all kind of standing there and there was the urinals over there. And then they're like, I was kind of like, oh, and kind of like frozen. They're like, well, go to the washroom. And I was like, oh, okay. So I went to the urinal, pee shy on the best day, let alone when there's 6 women standing behind me. So I'm like, I'm not going to be able to pee. So I stand there and pretend to pee. And then okay, go wash my hands and everything after. And then I'm like, really had to pee by this point. So I ran downstairs to the bathroom downstairs and peed in that bathroom. And then as I was coming out of that bathroom and going back upstairs, those 5 or 6 women saw me coming out of the other bathroom. So they obviously think I'm just a bathroom hopper, like creepy guy.
Really? What is this kid doing in the bathroom? I don't mind. Yeah, I agree with you. Like, I think there should be gender neutral, like stalls. Like, I get that, but like, it's your own, like, closed in, like, stall, like a closed door. You have
Yes.
your own room with
Share
a.
sinks,
Yeah,
share, yeah.
I agree. When they have the trough kind of sinks, I've never been in one where there's urinals, but like
Oh,
when you have the
really?
trough sinks where you have to like kind of wash your, like, and girls, just so you know, they want a little moment in the bathroom to, powder their nose,
Totally.
do their lipstick, do their hair. They don't really want guys in there watching all of that. I don't
Yeah,
think. You know what I mean? So
totally.
I'm all about a gender neutral situation, but
Mhm.
like I think it's got to be, I agree with you, like a closed
Yes.
door sink, you have your own space.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, I also think find them dirtier because you men are dirtier. I'm sorry to tell
right. A lot of
you.
people have, trouble aiming. And I'm sure all
Okay.
you boy moms out there are like, "Preach."
Teach your kids. Yeah.
What are you
Anyway,
not sorry
okay,
about
well, what
this
I'm
week?
not sorry about this week is a little tidbit that somebody gave me in my office this week. It's called car detailing in my parking lot. After my vacation last week, where I had 3 kids in the back with, all the things, the snacks, the cups, the cords, it was
Yeah,
a tornado in a
crumbs.
brand new car. Yes. So I just, I want to keep it pristine. And this person in my office was like, there's I was like, where do I need to get one of those detailers that come to your house and they do it in your driveway? Like the one that I had, he went off to college. Anyway, I could drive into my parking lot, drop off my keys. This guy did a phenomenal job. He charged me a great
Wow.
price. And at the end of the day, I picked up my car,
Wow, that's
totally
a good
spotless,
feeling.
and I drove it home.
So is
That's
it
the tip of the week.
provided by your company or by the park
No, I have to.
garage
You have
or
to pay. You have to pay. But it
Oh,
was
okay,
this
so it's
really.
the guy that just works at the garage.
I guess they just rent. Yeah, it's his own private company. But like, it was
Brilliant.
this younger kid. He was such a good kid. Like, did a great job. I love entrepreneurs. Like, you go. I'm gonna make it a point to recommend him to like everybody next week, like,
Okay,
until I
yeah,
won't be able
find
to
out
do
his
that.
business name. Good for
Yeah,
that's kinda cool.
yeah.
Just convenience. You can get anything to come to you or, like
I love convenience. I think that's what
yeah,
I'm not sorry. Convenience.
convenience. We are definitely not sorry about convenience.
No.
Um, okay, let's get into the journals, Glory. Let me just put on my spectacles here.
Where's Bobby, my man?
Well, Bobby. Well, as we know, I read my grade 5 journals from 1988, and currently we're in the middle. I just skip a few because all I talked about was these goddamn 1988 Calgary Olympics. All I talk about. Um, so February 21st, I'm like, "Hi, Bob. How are you?" "I am fine. I'm just waiting for the women's slalom to start. I better go now. See ya. Oh, by the way, I raced slalom. I came second. I always come second, so that's no surprise. Love you." And I have talked to many people that are like, "I didn't know you were such like a jock and so sporty."
I had no idea, and I'm your best friend for 30 years. Like, I had no idea. I didn't even know you raced skiing.
Well, I'm sure you did.
I don't like. I skied with you. I didn't pick on that
Well,
bit
you
of a form.
beat me. So.
You didn't blow me away with your technique.
I wasn't trying to, but next time I'm gonna real shred them down.
I just want to see you slalom those suckers.
Well, back to my passion, February 22nd. Hey, Bob, for the alpine skiing event, Frank Ricard of France is the star. In the 88 Winter Olympics, he won the bronze in the men's downhill. In the men's Super G, he won the gold. I just heard that Karen Percy won another bronze in the ladies Super G. I'll write back both and give you all the details. Love, Keith. I'm back. Well, blank, I wrote like a blank. Blank Ford won the gold. And Karen Percy won another bronze. Love, Keith. Then the next day, I go to stand corrected, February 23rd. Hey, Bob, I'm sorry for that mistake yesterday. In the ladies Super G, it's I'm so annoyed. It's not blank Ford. This means I don't know their name. It's like, and then I drew like a blank, and then it says the blank means I don't know their name. It's Sacred Wolf. Right now, I'm watching short track speed skating. The Canadians just won a gold. Gotta go. I don't have much to write about today. I want to go play I'm gonna go play with my dog. Bye bye. Love, Keith.
Okay.
Okay, dear Bob, February 24th. Today, or should I say tomorrow, we will go to Lutzen, a famous ski resort. It's like a ski resort.
It's not even famous. I don't know that anyone outside of Thunder Bay knows where it is.
No, we will stay on a lodge right on the hill. So my mom said we could stay there and just ski downhill to the chairlift. I gotta go. My papa is coming for supper, and he's here. Love, Keith. Hey, Bob. We went to Lutzen today. Our room has an upstairs with bunk beds. I slept on the top bunk. I was sort of scared of falling off, but I did not. Thank God. I better go now. I really don't have much to write about today. I really didn't want to talk about Lutzen very much.
Okay.
Okay.
I remember wanting, like, this was a big deal when we were kids to go.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
our biggest ski hill.
Well, across the border,
February 27th, Glory, was a big day. Hey, Bob. I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I know. I'm happy. I'm happy. And then
read that in the song, please.
in brackets, it says a song of the Pointer Sisters. Well, I bet you're wondering why I'm so happy. I made it to the Thunder Bay National Ski Championship. They picked the top 10 people from each hill, and I was picked. Well, I better go now. From your friend forever, Keith.
Aw, your friend forever. You were such a cute kid. I love it. Can you just reread that first line? Can you sing it? Since you're such a karaoke star.
Like, hey, Bob, I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. I know. I'm happy. I changed it to I'm happy. What is it? I know. I want you. Yeah. Yeah, like just that last little bit. I have this thing that I call like the geeky shivers. Like grade 5 Keith gave me the geeky shivers at that point. And someone's like, I don't want to offend anybody here, but like camp counselors like singing songs. God,
Yeah.
the geeky shivers. Or like adults on children's programming.
Yeah.
Like, hey, like Yeah.
Or teachers cartwheeling in the teachers
Hey,
in the
teachers popping a
recess.
card is pretty cool. I've been asked to pop a card more than 5
Have
times.
you? How many times? 20?
I haven't
Have you
done
done it?
I haven't done it yet, but I might film one for the socials, okay?
Oh, you totally should. When you come down here, I'm making you pop carts all around my pool. We'll see if you can do them all around.
Well, I could use the exercise from popping carts because from popping all those carts. I just love that saying because on the weekend, I ate so bad, but I had to try the Kardashian crumble cookies. Now, you have a crumble in Atlanta,
Mhm.
of course. Now, these cookies are like, I don't know, somebody said like 2,800 calories a cookie.
They're so good.
And I kind of read what each of their cookie was about. And so, like a normal person, I just decided to get 3 minis. I got the Kim, the Kylie, and the Kendall. The Kim was like a snickerdoodle, which is my favorite cookie with like this white icing on top and like this apple kind of maybe like crumble
Mm.
stuff. Kylie's was like a white cookie with pink icing and the sprinkles and stuff. And then Kendall's was my least favorite. It was like a chocolate chip cookie, but like with this stuff on top. Those are the 3 I got. Ate them all. Like, and they're minis. I'm just saying they're minis.
So
But
they're doing a partnership with Crumble. Is that what it
yeah,
is?
Crumble
Mhm.
releases new cookies every single week. So
Oh,
every
okay.
week there's new flavors. So sorry, everybody, you can't go get them now. But everybody on TikTok keeps on talking about boring Courtney's worst flavor, which was it was like a flourless chocolate cake.
Of course, like
Right?
gluten-free. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my brand for her.
Like,
Yeah.
so I still watch the Kardashians. This is, I don't know, 26 seasons later. But since their show moved to Hulu in America and Disney Plus in Canada, I feel like it's really good. And people
It's
like, if
better.
you watch the other 20 seasons, literally on E, this one's better because I found this one's just kind of them doing things where before it was trying to keep up with their life and we'd have to watch Kim dating Pete Davidson when we knew they already broke up because it came out like 4 months later. So they have them doing really cool things. Of course, a lot of it is promoting their business, but they went to like this fancy Indian wedding of this huge Indian family and they do kind of different things like that. Paris
Mhm.
or Kendall and Kylie in Paris during Fashion Week, like walking the show. So it's like, I
Yeah,
don't
it's
know.
cool. Their life is cool. Did you see the one where Lamar Odom comes back and he talks to
Yes.
Chloe? That was kind of
And
crazy.
on the season finale, Kendall and Kylie talked to Chloe about they didn't think she was nice
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
And like, let's not forget Lamar Odom, like, I don't know, cheated on her multiple times. She had to go to hotel rooms, Skid Row. She had to live with this secret of living with an addict. And then finally, he had a stroke. She nursed him back to health over months and
Mhm.
months. And then she said, she got him a house next door to take care of him. And then she walked in one morning and he had was up to his old tricks again. It was like, she done. Poor Chloe. She's had it rough.
Yeah, she was just on the Call Her Daddy podcast. Did you see some
Yeah.
of it? Yeah, where she kind of talks. They were asking her about like different dating things. It was good. I only saw clips on my
Yeah.
socials.
Yeah,
Hmm.
me too. I will watch it though, because I love Chloe. Even though, who's your favorite?
Probably
I find
Chloe.
you can tell a lot about a person from their favorite. Like their
Chloe,
favorite
but I also like Kim. I hate to say, I just like her hustle. I admire her hustle.
Kim's, and she's like down to earth, I hate to kind of say. She's the one that keeps them all together. Kylie's the most fun. Chloe's the funniest. Kim's the most all around,
Yeah.
I would say. So, another big thing in the news that happened this week was all those ladies in space.
Yes. That has gotten so much controversy. Why does everyone have to hate? What's your take on it? What's your stance? Yes.
I'm not a Katy Perry fan. I'm not a kitty cat.
Me neither.
But I don't know. I don't
But
care.
you have to be.
As long
The
as it's
point
not.
was a bunch of women, first time in I don't know how long in history,
Yeah,
that whole all women crew. I think what got people like you think they're going up to space to stay up there. It was 10 minutes total, right? So
right.
they
You
go
just kind of orbit but it's
and
still
then you come
cool.
back down.
You
Yeah,
saw
it's
them,
still
their
super
hair was up. But yeah, it was just a bunch of rich ladies on a fancy.
well, that's the controversy, right? That
Yeah.
people are saying like this is like a rich person's kind of amusement ride or whatever. But
And
did
I
you see
mean,
when they
she worked
landed and
harder to
like
get a
Jeff
job.
Bezos was like trying to come around the side and he tripped and fell? They got it on
Oh
film.
no, I didn't see that.
Oh, poor guy. Like it's
So
like slow
who
mo. They keep going, oh, he falls over on his face.
Oh my god, we have to
Yeah,
watch
it's
that.
funny. Mhm.
So Katy Perry, Gail King, Lauren Sanchez, and there was
I
a
don't
few
know the
others.
other one. Yeah, I don't know the
Okay.
other ones. There's only three I knew.
I'm
But
sure
yeah,
they're like
Katie
a
was
super
weird. I mean, her interviews were like, it allowed me space. You know, I think she was a little woo woo.
who?
I don't know. Katy Perry, like when
Yeah.
she, yeah.
But she's good friends with Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez. Like they're pictured her and Orlando are pictured with them and
Yeah, the
she
Kardashians showed up. Did you see Chloe and
no.
Chris? Yeah, they showed up. They gave her a gift. They're
Yeah,
good
well,
friends.
Lauren
Lauren
Sanchez, I
Sanchez.
think, is one of their good friends from before Jeff Bezos, when she was like a correspondent on Extra TV and they were like hustling as celebrities. Like I think they
Mm.
bonded then.
Oh,
And
I
now
didn't
they're
know.
billionaires.
Interesting.
Tough life.
Anyway, what
Um,
else happened this week?
well, the Valley started.
I haven't watched it yet, but I'm actually really excited to see this season.
Yeah.
I'm
It's
telling you, I now they've got all the Vanderpumps coming over. Nah, I could do without Sheena. I could do without Lala. Like I'm over them.
it's just Lala, Sheena, Tom Schwartz, and they weren't in the first episode, so I think they'll come in. I do see them in confessionals and the after shows, so they must be involved because they are friends with all.
Friends with them. I get that, but like I'm over them. Like the Valley was starting up. Like it's kind of like okay, your show died. You go away.
So the Valley is like some Vanderpump Rules stars that
Mhm.
have moved to the Valley and now have houses, kids, and stuff. And there's other couples and stuff that weren't on Vanderpump that are on the show, but it's back to Bravo basics. It's like stupid drama, fights. So there's that one couple, that guy who's kind of Rico Suave, egotistical, kind of that guy and his
Michelle, I think is her name.
wife or
Mhm.
ex-wife. What's her name?
Michelle.
Yeah. So they go at it. He accuses her of being a sex worker and cheating on him with her current boyfriend that's now on the show. And so, what did you hear about her?
Well, remember how they alluded to like they were talking about last year, like she was like having some type of a relationship or whatever. It was Quentin. The rumor is that she was linked to Quentin Tarantino.
Like at the Beverly Hills Hotel pool or something? Is that
Yes, or the Chateau
oh,
Marmont, I think.
Mormont? Oh, that's my
Mhm.
dream hotel. I
Anyway, yeah, like Quentin Tarantino, like a whole like didn't expect that.
I'm dying to go to the Chateau Marmont one day.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Anyway, I'm excited for the season. I think it's going to be good. If you're into
Really good.
reality TV, it is good. I feel like it's a little bit fresh, even though it's some of the same players. I could do without
Yeah.
the Sheenas and the Lalas coming over, to be honest. But
Yeah.
I like the
It's a good
new.
one.
It's a good one. Yeah.
As Bravo does, in with out with the old, in with the new, and we have the Beverly Hills Housewives reunion part 3. It ended. Season's
Mhm.
over. It was a
Yeah.
pretty good season.
Okay. And then what do we think about Garcelle leaving the show?
I don't quite get it. I think she gets offended really easily, but then doesn't quite hold Sutton to the same accountability. I find why she got up and left was at the end of the show where they were going around and talking about their biggest surprise of the season, greatest surprise, best surprise. And Garcelle said Sutton and her mom. And then Sutton said her and Erica's relationship. And that's kind of, I mean, she was making faces all reunions, the whole reunion. Now, you don't know because they cut to different faces. So we don't know. But she was bitter Betty and then wouldn't take a cast photo and left. And I'm like, see ya.
Yeah. I like Dorit brought it again.
Doreen and Bose
Brought it.
and BPs.
Yeah. She did good
Like
this
they
season.
were unreal. And on the next day, if you don't watch it like the day it comes out, the next day on Peacock and Hey You in Canada, it shows the uncensored version. So it's like they're all swearing and stuff. And it's so funny to hear, like it's just, oh, I love it.
Yeah.
And
Anyway,
the
let's move
Kyle
on.
Richards thing. So once again, another season goes by and we're teased with this possible lesbian relationship.
Like, why not just come out? I feel like she's not ready to come out to the world that she's a lesbian. I don't know what it is. I don't know what, like, why the speculation? You're obviously together. Just own it.
And don't do a reality show and
Oh,
hide such a major scandalous news. Not it's not scandalous, a lesbian relationship, but I mean it is because it's in the news and everybody's talking about it.
well, and she was married, and it was a whole thing,
Yeah,
and she got divorced or
but
whatever.
if
But
she
now
just
there's all this
said
stuff
it,
coming out of Mauricio. Like, he was apparently not the best husband that he's portrayed on the show
right?
either. He's been having affairs, etc. Um, when I'm going to, remember I told you I'm going to that Morgan Wallen "Sand in My Boots" concert in a few
Yeah.
weeks. She's playing there.
Okay,
Morgan,
so Kyle
yeah,
will be
maybe
there
Kyle will
in
be
her
there. Yeah,
cowboy hat.
I'll look for her.
Hey,
Mhm.
Kyle, tell her to call me.
There you
Well,
go.
FaceTime me with her like you did Phaedra. Um, yeah, anyway, I'm sad to see it go, but like a new show comes in. That's what I love about Bravo is it's always new shows, you know? Like you don't have to
Need
wait for
something new, though. I feel like you say that, but I think it's been a lot of the same for a long time. They
no,
need
but
some
I
new.
mean premiere, like new seasons premiere all
Oh yeah,
year round,
yeah.
you know?
They need
The
something new.
the Atlanta Housewives this season, I mean, it has gone a little rough around the edges the last season, last episode with Kenya, but it's kind of back to where it was. I'm
I
sure it's
haven't watched
getting
all
huge
of them.
viewership. Okay, so
Okay.
we were going to talk about some of our favorite books.
Hmm.
Now,
Yeah.
I do read a lot, but I love celebrity memoirs, kind of things like that. Um, so I have a list of some of my favorites. So
Yeah. Yeah.
when I was a kid, I read River Phoenix's Lost in Hollywood
Mhm.
probably like, I don't know, 20 times. It's very hard to find these days on Amazon. It's really expensive, I saw, but it's such an interesting book because he comes from a family. His parents were hippies, and they moved to South America and joined this cult, Children of the God, and they are they've got documentaries on them and stuff, and they were raised in this, and he was sexually abused at a or yes, I would say sexually abused at a very young age. Kids were um not treated well. Women weren't treated well on this, and he was singing on the streets and stuff. And then he kind of moved to Hollywood and then was the big breadwinner from the family,
Wow.
struggling with living this public persona. He was kind of like the vegan, kind of like a hippie guy, but then he was also a rock star and had a band and had this deep dark secret of kind of drugs and stuff, which ultimately took his life at the Viper Room that one night. But it's an interesting book because you see what an interesting person all around he was and the struggle between kind of that clean living and that Hollywood life.
I had no idea. Well, I knew that he was troubled, like, obviously. I'm gonna put it on my notes to read it, though.
So good.
Yeah, I haven't read it.
And it's crazy to think about like his brothers, Joaquin Phoenix. Like it's just, I remember him as like Leaf on the movie Parenthood with Steve Martin. Do you remember that?
No.
He was like a troubled kid. Oh, it was good. Okay, so another one I read a ton as a kid that's really good and is no one here gets out alive, the Jim Morrison story. There's a million of them out there about him, but this one in particularly is really, really good. It's the
Mhm.
one that Oliver Stone based the Doors movie on.
Mhm.
And it is it's just a really good book. Jim Morrison was a crazy,
I
crazy,
know.
smart, intelligent, talented guy who had this zest for life and women that makes a great novel.
Okay. One more. Give me one more.
Okay, well, I have a few more. Now as I got into adulthood, one of the best ones, and I've told all my friends about it, from the smartest people to the not so smartest people, and everybody's loved it, is Jenna Jameson's How to Make
Really
Love
good.
Like a Porn Star. It is such a great book. The character arc in this book, I mean, what do they say? Like you can't write this stuff. But I mean, you did write it. But like, so she was a cop's kid who then became a tattoo artist's girlfriend and addicted to drugs. And then she got clean and then became a stripper. And then she went into the porn industry and then revolutionized the porn industry and was the first woman to take her own kind of thing, like Jenna's World, I think it was called, or something. Anyway, made all the money for herself. And I mean, now since then, she's had health struggles. She's married Tito Ortiz.
Mhm.
Is he a
He's
boxer or a UFC
in the
fighter?
UFC, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. And now, of course, she's on like a number of lesbian relationships. She's with women now and super skinny again. But she's kind of had such a crazy life. And it is a very long book, but it's one that you can't put down because you're like, what is happening next?
Okay. You told me to read that years ago when we lived together, and I still have the hard
Oh,
copy somewhere.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, you should like, that's a, like, I
I could
call it
reread it. Yeah,
a
because I
B for
probably
a
would
cool
forget.
read.
Hmm.
Like kind of like a trashy. One I just read driving home from uh home. It is Ione Sky. It's called Say Everything. So Ione Sky is the daughter of the singer from the 70s, Donovan. He sung Mellow Yellow, Hurdy Gurdy Man, Sunshine Superman, you know?
Hmm.
You know that song. You don't know that song?
No, and I
You
don't.
know
And you didn't do it any justice.
Mellow Yellow.
Oh yeah, I do know Mellow Yellow. Okay.
And anyway, that's her dad. Her brother's Donovan Leach, who's like married to him. Anyway, so she grew up. Then she was like grew up in LA. And then she at 16 years old, she got into the movie industry, met Flea from the Chili Peppers, and started dating Anthony Kiedis, who I think was like 26, 28. She was 16. He was like addicted to heroin. She lived this crazy life, like not herself, but like being married to somebody like that
Hmm.
and being sick. Sorry, not married, but living together. And she was
Yeah.
16. Crazy.
Wow.
Then after they split, she married a Beastie Boy, Adam
Oh
from the
yeah.
Beastie Boys. And she's been in a number of movies. And then she kind of got into some lesbian relationships with like the most famous lesbians of the time when she was with the Beastie Boys. So both exes of Madonna, but Madonna's ex-girlfriend, like this Ingrid who ran like South Beach club scene and stuff. And then that Asian model from the time that Angelina Jolie dated too, that Jenny Shizu.
Mhm.
Do
I
you
think I
know?
remember. Yeah. Mhm. I think
And
so.
so anyway, it's just a crazy life. Her brother was kind of like had a great life, like was with like in indie movies and married, I think was it Christy Hume or anyway, married a supermodel. She'd be out in New York with Kate Moss and them, but like feeling out. But she's the famous girl from the movie Say Anything, hence the name of the book, Say Everything. You know, where John Cusack holds up the boombox up to her window. Anyway,
Mhm.
it's another good read.
Okay. Awesome. I took a different spin on my books this week because I knew you were going to do those. So I kind of wanted to do something a little bit more slightly different. So
You
I
want to do it smarter and better, just say it.
That's not what I meant. No, not at all. I just like I appreciate I love a good memoir. Like I do audiobooks, so I have a good like 45-hour drive every morning and after work. So I'm all about audiobooks and I can kind of plug through one of those in a week. I also like an app. It's called Headway. So if you don't have a lot of time and you just want to get like Cole's notes on certain books, Headway, I forget how much it is a month, but I subscribe to it, and then it basically gives you like kind of the high level. Here's what you need to know from this book, and I
So,
actually really enjoy that
oh,
too.
I guess you're speaking of nonfiction books. Like it's not like
Fiction, like some of the leadership books, some of the
okay,
like self help books, like some of the things that people want to read. If you don't want to read the whole thing and you want just kind of a
I
quick,
see that
yeah,
as cheating.
it's a little bit cheating, but anyway. So I'm going to go with leadership books and kind of am going to gear them actually to women because I have such a passion for helping women come up in their careers. It's sort of my brand. So I've got three that I wanted to talk about. The first one that was actually recommended to me probably about 10 years ago. I was a vice president at an oil and gas company. I wanted to take it to the next level. I was working with an executive coach, and she suggested this book, and the book was called What Got You Here Won't Get You There. It's how successful people become even more successful. And it's very true. And I say this to a lot of women that I mentor, just because you're here, like never stop evolving. It talks about never stop learning, never, listen to feedback,
Yep.
because you perceive yourself some way doesn't mean everybody else does. So anyway, it was a really powerful book for me. If you're looking to you're stuck in your career and want to think, find a good read to kind of help you advance to the next level, that was one. The other one who I'm a huge fan of is Brene Brown. I'm a
Mm.
huge fan of hers. This one's called Daring Greatly: How the Courage to be Vulnerable Transforms the Way We Live, Love, Parent, and Lead. It's such a good book. And I'm all about authenticity. I won't get into the authentic self speech yet again,
Yeah.
but vulnerability is also a huge thing. And I just love that that's what she stands for. And it's true. Vulnerability, people are gravitated to that. We got a lot of really, really good reviews from the episode where you were coming out, Keith. And I think it was because people are drawn to vulnerability, and you were
Yeah.
being vulnerable that day, And so I think there's something to be said about just kind of putting down the shield and being vulnerable and authentic. And the last one is Lean In: Women, Work, and the Will to Lead. It's by Sheryl Sandberg. It's a good, again, women book in the workplace. Again, if you're looking for something to kind of inspire you, it's tough to be sometimes a woman in the workplace.
Yeah.
Certainly with me, I work with mostly men. And so, yeah,
Okay,
somebody's.
I love that. Some 3 female authors,
Mhm.
female empowerment,
Yeah,
living their authentic selves, I'm sure.
I hope so. But yeah, anyway, I hope, pick up one of them. But the one that really, really touched me was that which what got you here won't get you there. And even if even the saying, like even in my career where I'm at now, it's all about evolution and continuously working on yourself. And what got me here won't get me there. So what do I need to do to get to the next level?
Yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
yes, goal setting, anything like that is just so good at any age,
Hmm. Anyway, I
right?
know it's a little less went way out than yours, but we weren't talking
Wah,
about hair and
wah. Women are leaders. Wah, wah, wah. Just
But
kidding.
some people might like it. I hope so. Maybe some people will find it valuable. Anyway,
I'm sure they will. I'm sure a lot of people will.
yeah.
And one thing that might not be too valuable, but a great fictional author that I'm obsessed with is Taylor Jenkins Reid. She wrote Daisy Jones and the Six, which was one of my favorite books, kind of like Almost Famous
Mm-hmm.
slash Fleetwood Mac story.
Yeah.
And then she also wrote this The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, or Evelyn Hugo and the Seven Husbands, which is going to be a movie coming to Netflix soon,
Mm.
starring, they said possibly Jessica Chastain, but I've seen so many people attached to this. What I love about Taylor Jenkins Reid's books is always got like well, for one, they're like kind of salacious, scandalous, celebrity, Hollywood based. And she's always got a big twist at the end. And I love a twist.
Okay. I do a book club every month. Shout out to my book club girls. And at first I was like, oh, I
Do
don't
they know
know.
you listen to the Coles notes on the way to work?
Well, I never read the book that there's a few of us that just go for the party. So there's three of us that always hang in the kitchen while they go off and talk about the book.
Most
Because
people,
I
yeah.
never usually end up reading the book that they're trying to do. But sometimes I do. But yeah. But I love a good book club. It's basically Mom's Gone Wild.
It's wine
Yeah.
and food. Wine and food.
Yeah.
So hopefully you like some of our recommendations, because that brings us to our final segment, Ask Us Anything, which we have 3 real questions, Glory.
Oh, and he's not told me these yet.
No. Okay, so the first one is someone was watching the YouTube version, or maybe just our socials, and they were wondering about your dining room chairs. Where'd you get
Oh, yeah.
them? Where are they from? What are they called?
You guys are gonna not believe my dining. Which one? My bar stool chairs or my dining room chairs?
In your dining room.
My dining
Or
room.
yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
really good
which chairs?
question. So you're never gonna believe where I got those.
Mm.
I got them on Target online.
Wow. Are you serious?
I'm
Wow.
serious. And the same chairs were at our house for double the price. They weren't
Are
cheap
they
at Target.
Sherpa?
Yeah,
Are
they're
they
Sherpa.
Sherpa? Yeah,
Hmm.
okay.
Yeah,
And white Sherpa. So how often have you had to get them cleaned?
I haven't cleaned them yet, but
Good.
yeah, we don't eat there a lot. Like we eat more on our deck.
Yeah, on
But
that
I spent
table.
the money on like the table and like thing. But yeah, I that was the one good find I found on Twitter.
Wow.
Yeah,
'Cause that's a big table. You've probably got like 12
12.
chairs.
Hmm.
Yeah. Nice. Who would be on your Real Housewives Ultimate Girl? So the Real Housewives have this spin-off show where it's called Ultimate Girls Trip, and they take people from different franchises and put them in a house for a week or two.
Hmm. Okay.
Who would be your five?
Okay. For sure, Phaedra, just because she's my girl and I met her and I love her. And I think she's hilarious. Dorit, for sure. Um, who else from other franchises? Angie K, who is our new fave on Salt Lake.
Yeah.
Angie K all day.
All the way for Angie K.
Maybe Melissa Gorga.
Okay.
Although she's kind of boring. Yeah, I don't know. I'd bring her. Who else? You know what? How about a little crazy, like a Ramona Singer?
Okay.
Yeah.
A little crazy, inappropriate. The
Yeah.
housewife. And if you're not a Housewives fan, um, she is the housewife that
Doesn't
poops
care.
herself. How would you say like multiple
That's
times
not
on
why I
the
would bring her.
show? Yeah.
Okay, who would you bring, Keith? Who's your top five?
Okay, I would bring Dorit because
Yeah.
I would bring Bose because
Ooh, I forgot about Bose. I'd bring Bose too. Can I switch?
I would bring Angie K and Mary. I'm gonna do like the besties.
Mary?
I'm gonna do the besties trip. So Dorit and Bose, Angie and Mary.
Oh, I wouldn't bring Mary.
Let me think. Teresa and Dolores.
Oh.
And one more set. Oh, and Luann and Sonia. I mean, that would be a good show.
I mean, that would be a good show. But do you
Yeah.
want to hang out with them all week? I thought I misread the question. Like
Oh,
these are
like
people
you
who
thought
just
you were invited?
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I'm
you're,
not? Oh, okay.
oh, you're a spectator, Glory. You're not.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry.
God damn.
Okay.
I didn't know you were going. The third question is on Ask Us Anything is your favorite home scent, as in like smells.
Smells. Oh, good question. And it's funny, I was going to talk about this, so I'm glad someone asked me. So I do those hotel collections, like aromatic diffusers.
Yeah,
And I bought one. They were showing up on my newsfeed forever, and I was like, you know what? I'm just
me
going to try
too.
this. Yeah. Okay. So I bought the hotel collection. I think Scott Disick was promoting it at
Yeah.
some point. Yeah. So I went through two different kinds. The first one was called and so basically they're pitching is, you know, when you walk into like a nice hotel, they all have a scent.
Hmm.
So there's different scents that you can get. The first one I got was called California Love. I liked it. I got a lot of compliments when I had it on, but I got to a point where it was like starting to make like it was not starting to make it would give me a headache. Like you know, like a certain smell when you have it too long.
And
Like
I
it was
think people compliment scents when they are overpowered by them too.
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean it's a
like
good
that. Like,
scent.
yeah,
A friend of mine uses it in her house. It smells great when I walk in there, so I don't want to deter it. But it's a little bit sweeter. I'm a freshier person. I like
yeah,
more of
me
a fresh
too.
smell. Yeah. So anyway, the other one that I've changed to is called My Way because I went to a girlfriend's house actually back home and she had it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this smells so much better than the one that I'm using. My Way. It's a little less sweet. It's so good. So hotel collection, My Way. Now, let me also tell you where I'm going with this because the cheaper version is called 360 Aroma, I believe, and they sell a product that goes into your air vents. So it's like a diffuser of
Ooh.
some sort that you fill up and you actually goes into your air vents and it pushes out through all of your rooms. So your whole house smells like this. So I'm totally getting this. You
Oh,
can
you
get it on
don't have
membership.
the 361
I
in the air
don't have it
vent.
yet because I was waiting until my construction was finished. But
Right.
once so I'm going to order it and yeah, so then basically it pumps in every room of your house and your whole house smells amazing. My Way is the scent though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit more of a basic bitch and I love this candle from Bath and Body Works. But it's the black and gold one. It's like intense teak and mahogany. It's just
Mm.
kind of like a manly scent. I like it.
Yeah, teak and mahogany sounds nice. Yeah, and then anyway, these have all different scents too. So maybe you should try. Maybe I'll get you that
I'm
for
going
Christmas.
to.
Yeah, they're not cheap, but it's an investment, right? You get it, and then
Yeah.
they last a long time too. The scents.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay. So we will link all things we've spoken about at the bottom of the episode. Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in to your favorite podcast and mine, Keith and Glory.
And mine.
We're
We're
going
not
to win.
sorry. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Everybody, we'll see you next time. See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.